Hey everybody, Motorport59 here. Doing this video today because there are still people out there who think COVID is some sort of a government hoax. I know not a lot of people do, but there are still people out there, I still see it, that they think it is all had to do with some political thing. The way COVID was handled was definitely political. Depending on which state you lived in, it was all political except for the COVID itself. And there are still people out there who think that this is just some other form of the flu. And the reason I'm doing this today, for those of you who don't know, I contracted COVID last November. I started showing symptoms on, it would have been November 5th or 7th or something like that. And I went into the hospital on November 15th and was hospitalized until December 9th. And when I was released from the hospital, I didn't have COVID anymore, and I didn't have pneumonia while I was in the hospital. I also had bilateral viral and bilateral bacterial pneumonia, among some other issues. But I didn't have pneumonia or COVID anymore when I got home, but I was still very sick. I was unable to function on my own. I couldn't stand by myself. I couldn't get up off the couch or out of bed. I couldn't walk. I couldn't do anything by myself, and it took a couple of weeks before I could actually stand on my own. You can go back if you want and watch what I went through with COVID. It's on here somewhere. But it is August 10th, and between the time that I really started feeling better, which was around mid-April, the time I got off of oxygen. I was on oxygen at home for months. But when I started feeling better, I did continue to have after effects. Nothing real severe as far as debilitating or anything. But as I said, it is August 10th. And for the last 2 days, I have been suffering what some people are calling long haul effects. I don't know if I like that term, but whatever. It doesn't really matter whether I like it. That's what they're calling it. And these are effects that continue to happen to people who have had COVID. And not all of them got as sick as I did, but they still suffer some of these long-term effects. And mine is extreme fatigue. Sunday evening, I started feeling it. It had been quite some time since I'd had an episode like this. And this is the 10th, so this is Tuesday. Sunday night, as I said, I started feeling it. I went to bed my usual time, around 11, and I slept until 11 o'clock the next morning. It was really difficult for me to get up, but I got up and got around for a little while. I went back to bed around 3 in the afternoon and slept till 6:30, something like that. I don't really remember. And then slept all night last night. Got up this morning at about 9:30, and I felt okay until I got up, made myself some lunch, and did some chores in the kitchen, and I'm just totally exhausted again. And I'm not winded. I'm not having trouble breathing or anything. I'm not even sleepy anymore. I'm just so tired, and I have things I need to go do, but I can't. I can't go do them. I need to go talk to some people and interact with some businesses and some people, and I just don't have the strength. I just don't. And it is very, very depressing. It's very saddening that I'm still going through this. But this is part of the COVID thing. They told me this might happen, that this was definitely when I was released from the hospital. This is definitely one of the long-term effects people were talking about. So far for me, it's really the only one. My taste and my senses of taste and smell have been altered. Things smell different. Some things taste different. I can't eat peanut butter. It's disgusting. It smells disgusting. It tastes disgusting. And it's one of the things I ate every single day in my memory prior to getting sick. When I came home from the hospital, I can't eat Vienna sausages anymore. I can't eat cold pork and beans, which I really like. I can eat them if they're warmed up, Chili tastes different. Coffee tastes different. They both smell different. It's not bad, but it's different. But this fatigue is something that I I can deal with all the rest of the taste and smell stuff. Whatever, I'll get used to it. But man, this fatigue is really something else. It really just wipes me out. I was putting dishes away in the kitchen. It got to where I couldn't even hardly lift the bowls and plates up into the cupboard. It's just horrible. I'm not a hypochondriac. I hate being sick. I hadn't been sick in years before this happened. 2015, I had a flu. I was sick for, I was looking in my journals. I was off work for 4 days and felt really bad for about another 5. I don't even remember it lasting that long. But I hadn't had a cold, and I don't remember the last time I actually had a cold. So I hate this, but it's real. If you don't think it's real, go back and look at my COVID things, the stuff I did while I was in the hospital. I had no memory of doing those videos. COVID affected my memory for quite some time. It's better now. I don't have those kind of issues. I don't have any issues in my memory that I didn't already have. I just wanted to bring this up. If you think it's fake, it's not. If you think the crap that the governments did surrounding it is real, I agree with you. I haven't changed my attitude or opinion about how the governments handle this, especially here in California. How they manipulated the numbers to create fear, and instill fear in the general population, and to get their way by mandating things, forcing people to do things without even making laws to support that. Just to, in my opinion, just to see if they could get away with it, to see how many people they could get to do these things without having to involve law enforcement or the actual or the legislation of each state or the federal government. But anyway, don't doubt that this is real. People talk about the vaccine. If you want to get a vaccine, get a vaccine. If you don't want to get it, don't get it. I just really don't care. But if you get sick, which I hope you don't, the vaccine was only supposed to keep you from getting sick like I did and possibly dying. It's not supposed to keep you from getting it. If you do contract it, I hope for you it's like my wife and 2 of my daughters who just suffered the milder symptoms. I hope to God no one gets it like I did. And I certainly hope you don't die. Like I said, if you want to get it, get it. If you don't want to get it, don't get it. But please, please do not underestimate COVID-19, because it really can have dire effects and long-term effects on your life. All right, well, let me know what you think about all of this. Leave it in the comments below. Shoot me an email at motopoet59@gmail.com. Like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell if you want to be notified of future content, and we'll see you all later. Hopefully when I feel better.